All right, so here we are sitting here like I'm about to present you the Hoon News. It's kind of a weird setup, not having 3-footed monster here, camera. I've got a Smurfs lunchbox, a toy truck, and a Banksy printing behind me. Now, the Banksy printing, that's just there because Banksy's a total badass, but I've got the 3-footed monster there because that is my product and I'm using it to film this. The camera here is to film this toy truck and all of these other ones in here, because basically the other day my parents said, oh, we've got some of your old toy cars. And I'm like, I turned 45 this year, so it's been a little while since I've played with toy cars. You know, I've had a couple of radio controlled cars over the years as well, but these ones are literally from when I was a small dude and playing with cars and doing things like that to them. This one here has had a pretty hard life. So I'm basically gonna go through, not review every single one of them, but I'm just gonna go through what's in the box and show you how some of that may have shaped who I am today, because I went through them the other day and I was like, holy crap, there are some there that are quite relevant and that some could be relevant. So let's open the Smurfs lunchbox. Let's just bring it over here actually and have a look at some of these here, because I think this is the trucks box. So in the trucks box here, I have this big one here. It says Mark on the side. I've engraved that nicely. I think Dad might have done that for me. That one can go over there as well. London bus. That would be because my dad is British and Dad moved over from the UK in 1958. Had a Mini 850 back then as well, which is pretty cool, awesome guy. And yeah, I owe a lot to him for who I am and also for getting me into Minis when I first got into cars. Combi van, not sure why I had that, but it looks like it needs a wheel alignment. It's pretty shagged. I think I was probably doing jumps with that one as well. Trucks, no idea why I had trucks, but this was a dirty dumper. There's the old Shell truck. I thought that was like the race transporter fuel truck back then. I can remember playing with this one. It's actually still in good nick, but I must have been doing some jumps too because the exhaust stacks are bent backwards. Bit of a vintage car here. No idea what that was for. In good condition still though. If anyone wants to buy it, $10.95. No, just kidding. It's sort of a train going on here. This is probably pre-Thomas the Tank Engine days, but off you go. Whoop. This one here looks like it's had a really hard life because it has no steering in it anymore. So, and I think I started to give it a custom paint job. It is missing the windscreen. Yeah, that one is kind of stuffed. There you go. Next here. This one here is, and I've completely forgotten what it is, but it is Freeman Intercity. It's kind of like the front and back van from the 70s or whatever it is. It kind of, somebody would probably want to comment in the comments below, but I actually do remember painting this. I don't remember painting it, but I remember why I painted this one. It wasn't the original colors. I think it was red underneath, but it was blue on top and dark blue on the bottom. And it's because when I was a kid, our family had a Mitsubishi Star Wagon. I was the youngest of 5 kids, so we needed a big car. Our Star Wagon was light blue with a dark blue bottom. It was completely gross. That's how our dad decided to get it painted. So yeah, and I guess we sort of, I don't know, this is ugly. I've got some cool stuff in here, but I'm getting through the boring stuff first. More trucks. Hang on, let's just get through some trucks, all right? Trucks, another broken truck here, some sort of plastic dump truck, another English bus, a steamroller. A steamroller with graphics on the front of it. Look at that. Yeah. All right, we'll get these out of the way. More trucks. I don't know who was buying me these, but I assume that somebody thought I was going to be a truck driver. And then a big dirty ass Texaco fuel tanker thing. It's even got the fold out wheels. It is missing the back set of wheels though, so maybe I was doing jumps with that too. Not sure. Some sort of cool vintage car that looks like it's actually a pencil sharpener. There you go. Everyone needs a pencil sharpener, or you did back then when pencils were a thing. This here, okay. Now this, it looks a little broken. I think it is what is one of those sort of wheelie cars, the wind back ones that you, nope, it has had a hard life. Yeah, but it is supposed to have, oh there you go. It's supposed to have a thing on the back to put a coin in, so when you floor it, it does wheelies. I'm pretty sure that's one of them, so kind of a out of proportion, weird looking thing with massive tyres on the back, bit of a drag car. Here we have a something or rather convertible with a very custom windscreen here. slightly molded from the sun, I would believe. This is a plastic model. I don't know what it's from, and it's actually quite soft like that. So yeah, not sure how old that is. That could actually be an old one. Anyway, slightly busted up transporter thing, a fire truck, another truck. This must be the truck's box, a train carriage, some sort of little cutesy truck thing. Not sure exactly what that was, but all right, now we're getting into some cars. So, oh no, hang on, before we do that, another truck thing. So I think that went with that. There you go, little transporter, fuel truck. Off you go. Ooh, doing a wheelie. All right, this is a green car with number 9 final on the bonnet, or on the hood for you Americans. It on the bottom says it is a made in China. Some sort of earth moving equipment. Shout out to you, Phil Edmondson. I don't know if that's anything like you drive, but it just seemed like a decent shout out to do. Here is a truck missing the cab. Very custom, so you can see all the engine and everything like that. Not sure exactly where you'd sit, but that looks kind of cool. Some sort of a Formula 1 car-ish thing, Formula something car, which says best on the front of it, on the wing bit. So it looks like it needs a wheel alignment pretty badly though. Probably won't go around corners. This one is not even made in China. And oh, look at that. I think the axle's a bit... Anyway, now we're getting in the good stuff. Some sort of a Hilux kind of truck thing. Was kind of a creamy colour. I've since painted it silver. Don't know what I painted it with, but it copped a silver paint job. It is actually a Matchbox car, and it says here, open back truck. So, yeah. So there you go. There's your open back truck. Does wheelies like that. All right. So that's the Smurfs box done. Let's whip this one out here and get into some performance stuff. Well, through here we've got the garbage truck. I don't know why I wanted to play with a garbage truck when I was younger. Wasn't really a sort of career aspiration of mine, but nonetheless I've got one, and yeah, they can go in there. Some sort of a front end loader. Oh, another Formula 1 car with a bad wheel alignment. This one says power on the front of it. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Here we go. Lamborghini. So this one here is black. It's got the gold racing stripes on it, the bull on the front of it there. And the thing I remember about this one is if I flip it upside down, you could actually open the back and you can see the engine in there if I can get this to stay open. So pretty cool that. Also in dire need of a wheel alignment. It's got about 5,000 degrees of positive camber there. This is Atomica. I don't know if that's a popular thing anymore, but then right next to that I have a Motorette made in France Lamborghini. So another Lamborghini. It doesn't have the engine compartment, but this one is slightly chunkier and bigger, as you can see. And somehow along the lines when I decided I wanted to do custom paint jobs, so not that I followed that career path, it's got sort of like some sort of a splatter paint job on it, and it actually kind of looks pretty cool. I don't know how it got done. I'm pretty sure I did that myself. I don't know, maybe I didn't, but it doesn't look like something you'd buy. But yeah, it's still in pretty good nick. All the wheels are there. It's got a good alignment, and yeah, still moves. So anyway, here we go. We've got some, this looks like some sort of a, or what is it? Looks like a Morris Oxford or something like that. Could be a MG 1800 or something like that, or a Wolseley, not sure, but looks really old. Still in good old condition. Now I'm not trying to sell anything here, so this isn't like me doing Antiques Roadshow. This is just me with my toy cars from when I was a kid. So there it is. Yeah, it is a Matchbox car. It says super fast on it. I doubt that that was the case really. Series number 64, don't know. Anyway, pretty cool. That is kind of reminiscent of what my dad drove when he was younger and stuff like that, and when mum and dad were first courting, as they did back in the day. All right, now we're getting a bit Ed Roth. I don't know what this is or what it was, but it looks a bit like a really early sort of Hot Wheels car. It is also in dire need of a wheel alignment. I think that all of my cars back then did cop a fairly big thrashing. But hey, you know, I wanted to race cars when I was later, so. Dyna wheels, Fortuna, made in Hong Kong. Pretty cool, pretty retro looking thing. This is kind of like something that Ian from Full Custom Garage would make. Maybe this might be some inspiration for him to go and build another one and build one of these. Oh, now we're cooking. Corvette. No explanation, old Corvette, very cool. Definitely needs a wheel alignment. Looks like that wheel's been pushed forward quite a bit. Looking a bit sad and sorry. It does say made in Hong Kong, so it's not a genuine Corvette obviously, because they weren't made in Hong Kong. Stupid joke. Another dump truck. Shout out again, Phil. All right, now this is really cool. That may just look like a Volkswagen Beetle to you, but there you go. It's like a funny car Volkswagen Beetle. So the front pops open. You can see the blower scoop through there. You pop that open, you've got supercharged engine, zoomies, driver's seat, so proper funny car setup, and yeah, pretty cool. I think you could even, back in the day, it had these little red things in here that you could prop it up so that you could pop it open and have it showing itself off, but that's pretty cool. And that one is actually a Matchbox car as well, so pretty cool. This looks like a super old tow truck. It is definitely missing both of the right-hand wheels. That's kind of cool. That's like a hot rodded tow truck, chrome wheels on it, almost like your smoothies. Very low. It says Mercedes on it, so it is a Mercedes. Yeah, you can see that on the front. And yeah, kind of cool low jewellies on it. Nice. I must have liked silver cars back then, because this is silver and it's had a full custom paint job on it. I've gone right over it. I probably painted it with like a paint texture or something like that back then, or something, but did a reasonably good job of it. Made sure I masked everything up properly. Bit of Le Mans spec. Front wheel needs a bit of a wheel alignment there, but pretty cool. Also painted silver, was originally blue. Slant nose Porsche. And obviously a race version because it's got a monstrous wing on it. Maybe it was built for World Time Attack before World Time Attack even existed. Made in England, so that's pretty cool. Looks like a, oh, is it a Lancia or something like that? Also a custom paint job on it by yours truly. The cool back on it there. Matchbox car. I mean, a lot of these I was probably given from other people back in the day, so I can't take responsibility for all the damage. I was probably so young that I didn't really care if something had 3 wheels on it. It just looked cool, so I played with it anyway. That was back in the day when kids actually got second-hand toys and were happy with them. Some sort of train carriage, not interested. Oh, no way, it's the car from Wayne's World, but obviously with no roof on it. Also has had a very hard life. That's a shame really, because if that was blue and had a roof on it, then it'd be a cool Wayne's World car. Anyway, starting to get a bit of a pile happening here, aren't I? Oh, game over, BMW M1, and in reasonable condition. How freaking tough is that? That is, I could just sit here and look at this for a while. That's an aspiration car right there, I think. Yeah, I had a pretty cool E34 BMW. I'd really like another one because they are my favourite model, but that is just tough. Proper M1 race car. Very nice. And it is, yeah, it is a Matchbox. So, yeah, and it even says made in Macau. There you go. You can go on the top of the pile. Some sort of little plastic thing. Another power race car. I think I've got 2 of them. Got the matching set here, look. Ooh. All 3. Looks like my own race team. Nice. Oh, wait up. All the race cars. And I haven't even got into that box yet, so. Are you bored yet? Some sort of vintage thing. The steering wheel is facing off in that direction. Maybe it was trying to convert it to left-hand drive. Benz C111 or C111 or whatever you call it. Looks like it's had an accident because the wheel is jammed up in there. But obviously a very cool bit of gear. I'm not sure what brand or what it is. Looks like sort of attacked it with some liquid paper at some stage, trying to put some white on it. But probably wouldn't be that hard for someone to kind of fix up if they wanted to restore this. But it does say made in Hong Kong, so I don't know if it's any kind of a rare thing, but cool regardless. Getting a bit of a Euro theme here, a very custom painted, I would say that would be a Rover Mini, also in dire need of a wheel alignment, mangled front wheels there, heaps of front camber. Unless you do that, and then it's got, yeah, there you go, you can go from negative camber to positive camber in just a quick flick of the wrist like that. So painted black, very red tinted windows. Maybe I was going for some sort of custom thing there. Dune buggy, looks quite original, missing a windscreen, but hey, it's a dune buggy, you don't need one. Hovercraft, and a hovercraft with wheels on it, because you need wheels on a hovercraft. The kind of A-Team van sort of thing, big supercharged V8 hanging out the bonnet, hood. Also some sort of custom paint job happening on there. Maybe it was an A-Team van, I'm not sure, but I painted it blue. So yeah, screw you, Mr. T. Citroen 2CV with my name engraved on the top, so I wouldn't lose it. That would be a real shame. This is made by, oh, it's a Corgi, there you go. So not exactly my dream car of the day, but Citroen 2CVs now have a fairly, you know, fairly well known, fairly rare and fairly sought after these days, I think. Unimog with no tyres on it, and it's kind of rocking around on its own suspension there. It's like a little mini Unimog dump truck kind of thing, probably typical German sort of thing. It basically just says on the bottom, Unimog, made in England. But seems to be missing tyres. It could do with like a set of 45s on it, something tough, and paint it black. Raptor liner, another one of these piece of crap race cars. Somehow, I don't know why, but these plastic ones are all in really good condition, but all of the sort of rare ones are all quite beat up. Maybe I just didn't like these ones, so I didn't play with them. Mercedes-Benz sedan, looks like it's spent some time in the Middle East getting shot and blown up. 1960-ish F-Truck, which is actually 1968 F-Truck. Looks like the axle's sliding out of it, so probably don't want to go around corners too fast. A monster truck van kind of thing with a custom paint job and some sort of a cams triangle or something on the side of it. I don't know why I did that. Mercedes 280 SL by the looks, with working doors and some sort of custom metallic paint job by me. The London bus here, missing a wheel or two. Been drifting, they fell off. 57 Chev drag car, missing the whole front end and the engine. This is actually not an ambulance, this is a police wagon. Looks like Boss Hog was driving it because the rear camber is messed up. This one's very cool. Painted matte black too by yours truly. I believe that's a Toyota RA40 Celica, or for the Americans out there, a Celica. Quite a rare car these days. Some sort of a matte black combination 911, 930 turbo race car kind of thing. Transformer tank. Another piece of junk plastic race car. And some kind of Le Mans car there. Also looks kind of cheap, still works though. If you know anything about what that was, let me know. Have a Mini here, set up for rally. A couple of jerry cans on the roof, some motorsport graphics. I did it before Raoul Walt did, or however you pronounce it. There is a pink 911 kind of thing with green windscreens and green lights in it. This would be an early piece, and it is a Matchbox Super something Porsche Turbo made in England. Look at that, beast. Another Porsche, fairly Le Mans style Porsche there. I believe that's another Porsche, but it was green. It's got the Boxer silver paint job on it. And speaking of silver paint jobs, last but not least, FJ Cruiser. Now, I mentioned before that, you know, a lot of these cars probably shaped who I am and what I've done and stuff like that. I do have a Land Cruiser now, but an FJ Cruiser, like an FJ40, BJ40, or that era style of car, ute, troop carrier, you name it, shorty. I'm keen to build one day or do something with one day. I love them. They're such a cool car. I've got to spend time with other people who've had them, and they're just a piece of iconic history. So just love them. I mean, this one here was kind of the somewhat sandy taupe color, but I painted it silver because that seemed cool at the time. And finally, what I've got here is a transporter, and I've discovered that this here was the truck that went with it. So I've got the transporter, the front end open so you can see the engine there. That's kind of cool. I'm going to put my favourite cars on it. So I'm going to start off with the Cruiser there. I reckon this F truck can go on there as well. Now I've got a choice of 2 Lamborghinis here. Now I have the other one here with the speckly paint job on it, which I'll put underneath something. Somewhere here. So I'm going to put this one here because this is nice and compact and this can go right up on the front here. I've definitely the BMW M1, that's super cool. That can go right up the back there behind the F truck. It's even got little wheel chocks on there so the car doesn't slide off. I'd have to say the pink Porsche, that's kind of different. And then I reckon I've got room just for one more up the back, a small one. So I'm going to go with, and this obviously isn't my top selection here, but this is just what I can fit on here. I'm going to go with the Dune buggy. So that might have to just sort of jack itself back up there on the Porsche. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bit of a blast from the past for me. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen these. I didn't even think my parents still had them. I thought they were long gone and given away. I'm going to work out what to do with them now. If anyone actually wants any of these, definitely comment below or send me a message on Instagram or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to probably grab these and donate these to somebody else because it'd be kind of cool to see somebody else playing with them or go to a good cause or something like that. But it's kind of a nice little bit of history for me. So catch you later.